Hi everyone, welcome back to another haul video. Today I have a haul from Dollar Tree, just a small one, and I have a haul from Dollarama as well. So I am going to combine both of those into today's haul. So yeah, let's do Dollar Tree first. So if you saw that little Dollar Tree haul that I did the other day, then you'll know that I wanted some more of these little boxes. So I got to Dollar Tree, and in my last haul, I had two of these, the ones with this edge on them, and I had one of these, and I wanted two sets of three. When I got to Dollar Tree, I couldn't remember which is which, so I ended up getting two of each because I knew I'd have an extra one when I got home, but I didn't know what one it was going to be. And these were $1.75 a piece. I had an original idea to turn the sets of three into a specific Christmas craft. And now I'm thinking I'll do the set of three, but I'm going to do the set of four differently. Yeah, so now I've got options. So anyway, I got four of these trays. And once again, everything that I bought at Dollar Tree in this haul was $1.75. That's what we're paying at Dollar Tree now in Canada. And after going into Dollarama, I'm not sure if Dollar Tree is the best buy for everything now. When we were paying $1.25, which is 25 cents more than the Americans pay at Dollar Tree, then I thought that that was a pretty good deal. But now that we're paying 50 cents more than everything that they get there, I'm not so sure. I'm just not so sure. There are so many things that I can buy at Dollarama that are still $1.25. Yeah, so anyway, I bought these. I saw these, and I thought that these were an incredible buy. So there's 15 sheets here, and it's called Crafter's Square Artist's Palette. So what this is, they're thin sheets. The one side is just paper and the other side is really waxy. So when I paint and glue and use my inks, I get a plate out or a little container or something like that. And then I have to clean it and I have to, but with this thing, I could just put, you know, little bits on here, and I'd have to use the whole sheet up before I toss it. And if I am doing watercolor paints, I could probably reactivate them on this, I'm thinking. So I'd probably get quite a bit of use out of this. So I'm really interested to see how this paper holds up compared to just a sheet of wax paper, which would be cheaper because this is $1.75, but I wanted to try it. So I got the palette. I picked up two placemats, just two. That's all I'm going to do this year. I mean, remember, I'm in a short-term rental until just after Christmas before I go back home. At least I think until just after Christmas. Maybe January, but that's iffy right now. But I picked up these. Aren't these pretty? So it's a fabric placemat, 12 by 18 inches. Oh my gosh, it's just red on the back, so I could flip it if I wanted to. But look, absolutely look. So my thoughts are Valentine's and Christmas. Why not, right? And these are for my kitchen. I like just putting a placemat down when I have a little area on my counter decorated. I like to have something underneath it. I have a little table by the door here where we just toss our keys when we come in, and I could put this down there. I have options. That's why I only got two. They're not necessarily for my table. And I picked up two of the bottles of paint. This is Acryology Premium Acrylic Paint by Rich Art, $1.75. I got this in the black. I mean, it's acrylic paint, it's washable. And I didn't even realize that I had picked up a different brand. So these were in the same display. But this one is called Clean Color. And it looks more like a kid's paint, but I wanted a Christmas red and I didn't bring a Christmas red. I have no idea why. I grabbed just a teeny tiny little bit of paints to bring with me. I didn't bring a red going into Christmas. Yeah, it is what it is. These are 4 ounces. So that's not bad, $1.75. And they had quite a few colors there. So if I like these, I may grab a few before I go home and take them with me. So I straightened my camera up a little bit. I hope it's better. I just looked at it and I thought it looked a little off to me. So let's do Dollarama. So I did a bunch of stuff in the grocery aisle at Dollarama. But I picked a couple of other things up too. I got one of these charcuterie. They call it a serving paddle, bamboo serving paddle. I want to turn this into a Christmas gift. I think that this will be pretty. This is $4, but this is a good price if you just want to use this for a cutting board or for a serving paddle like it's intended. And especially at the holidays, this would be really nice to add to your buffet. And I picked up another one, and this is a bamboo cutting board. But look at the size of this one. I am so impressed. So the last time I got a cutting board there, it was much smaller than this. This one is 9 by 13 inches and a bamboo cutting board. I've been trying to be really careful here because I didn't have a cutting board, and I can get by without one. I've been putting a towel down if I have to cut something. Just being really careful with their countertops here because, like I said, short-term rental. I want to leave this place just as nice when I leave as when I got here. I picked up a Dawn dish soap. So the Dawn's gone up to $3. I don't know if this is cheaper at the grocery store or not now. I'm so used to getting it there that I just grabbed it without even thinking. So yeah, $3 for my Dawn dish soap. Everything's going up. Absolutely everything is going up. I got a package of these. They're called Super Absorbent Magic Wipe. They're just Javex brand cleaning cloths. It says made from 4 layers of rayon fiber. And they feel very rough. They feel like they would be really great for scrubbing the top of my glass top stove, for just a great cleaning cloth. But because it's like a woven fabric, I think it will pick stuff up and rinse out well. So I got these. Now these were $3.50, and there are 8 cloths in here. And they are about 10 by 10 inches, just a smidge over 10 by 10. So good size as well. I thought they'd be really good for dishes and things like that too. My tissues were $3, but this is the large size box, and it's the Royal Velour. And I'm just starting to get head cold. The last few days in the morning, I've been able to tell that, yeah, hopefully I can fend it off. I'm taking lots of vitamin C, drinking lots of orange juice, doing all the things, but I wanted something extra soft for my nose. So $3 for the large box of tissue. And I picked up 2 $5 items. I did. I hardly ever buy the $5 items. I mean, the cutting boards are nice and big, and they're not even $5. But These mugs are massive, just massive. They're so heavy. They're just, you could almost have soup in these. They're so big. And I love a nice big huge mug. I like my big cup of coffee in the morning. I usually drink from a Ray Dunn mug, which is a large mug anyway. And these are bigger than Ray Dunn, but it was the pattern. Look at the red plaids. And then those cute little Christmas patterns up top above the red plaid. And then they have that little red dot trim at the top. These are the cutest big mugs that I've ever seen, I think, at Dollarama. And they were coming home with me. They just said they weren't staying there. And then the rest of it was my Dollarama grocery haul. So I'll show you what I got. I don't know that everything was cheaper than any place else, but I was there. It was pouring rain. I wasn't stopping anywhere else, and I was grabbing what I was grabbing. So I grabbed these when I was there the last time at Dollarama. I went with my granddaughter when she had to go. I go with everybody for the ride right now because it's a great way for me to get to visit with people when they're not at work. If they have an appointment and they have to go somewhere and it's a drive, I may as well go along for the drive and have a visit, right? So Sunny D, orange mango. I haven't had this before, and my granddaughter said, "Oh, Gran, you have to try this." I love it. She knew I would. She knew I would. $1.75. This is 1.38 liters for $1.75. That's a good buy. And I didn't know this till I was there, but something I have in common with my granddaughter is that we both like kombucha, and the ginger lemon is one of my favorites. So I bought 3 cans of this. I got the raspberry flavored one when I was there the last time. So I grabbed some of the lemon ginger, and I got 3 of those. They're $2 each. They've been $2 for a very long time at Dollarama. They haven't gone up, and I'm so happy about that because kombucha is pricey. I grabbed a carbonated water. This is the Montelier carbonated spring water. These are $1 at Dollarama. They had all kinds of the lemon flavored water and the lime flavored water. I don't drink this, but my husband loves it. They had 1 bottle of just the plain, and he doesn't like the flavored ones. So they only had 1 bottle, but that's what I got. I grabbed it anyway. I would have grabbed half a dozen of them if they had them. I grabbed 2 packages of these, and I wasn't even looking at the price because I'm not even sure if this is what they cost at the grocery store. These are $2.75 a piece. I got 2 of them. This is the Uncle Ben's Original Bistro, the butter and garlic flavor. My husband and I love this rice. We love this flavor, but we do love this rice. And it's pre-cooked. I like to have my pantry with a nice supply of sides that I can grab and do really quick and easy if we've been off somewhere and I'm coming home and trying to make a quick dinner. These are perfect for that. Other than that, I cook my own rice. And another one too, not everybody likes instant potatoes, but I buy the Betty Crocker mashed potatoes in butter and herb flavor. These are $2.50. So right now, as I'm doing this, the hydro isn't off here, but 2 kilometers down the road at my father's house, because I just came back from a visit, his hydro's out. There's a pole fire, and it's going to take them most of the day to replace the pole and fix the wires. So he's without hydro all day. And in this area, that happens a lot. So you can throw these onto a little camp stove and cook them up in just a matter of minutes when the hydro's out. Gotta love this option for things like that. $2.50. I got 2 of those to put away. So I grabbed, let's turn them around the right way. I grabbed these. These are 2 for $1.25. I got 4 of them. This is the full size of a Mars bar. It tastes like a Mars bar. These Meteor bars taste like a Mars bar. Very, very similar. And they're wonderful. If I can get 4 Mars bar knockoffs for $1.25, that's a deal in my books every single day. And we open one package and we each have one. So my husband and I both like them. So I got those. We like the canned meats for a quick sandwich. And I like the ham. This is the Burns flakes of ham and Burns flakes of chicken. These are $2 a can, a perfect pantry staple. These are way cheaper than buying cold meats. And you mix a little onion, diced celery, mayo. You can put in anything that you want in these. I've even put a little relish. Make your own kind of a sandwich spread. You can do all kinds of things with these. And for $2 a can, yeah, meat's so expensive. Sometimes we have to find cheaper alternatives to be able to afford our groceries. So being in a short-term rental, I'm definitely not going to go and buy all baking supplies to be able to bake here. By the time I buy everything, it'll cost me a fortune, and then I just have to pack it in my car and take it all back to New Brunswick when I go. So I grabbed the Betty Crocker chocolate chip cookie mix. And these are not the little tiny ones. Sometimes you can get the little tiny ones. These are the full-sized mixes, 496 grams and $2.50. I'm gonna make myself a dozen chocolate chip cookies for $2.50. Like, you know, that's perfect. So I got those. These were $2.50 too, and it's just the Premium Plus salted top. Crackers. Yeah, gotta have them. Gotta have them, even if it's just for crackers and cheese. So once again, going to those side dish options, everybody knows the Knorr brand. Sidekicks are awesome. These are $2 at Dollarama. And we love these. So this one is the butter and herb noodles. I picked up my jar of minced garlic. I have a jar of this at home. We use this all the time, guys. This is just so nice to have on hand. And it is just minced garlic and sunflower oil. It's $1.25 for this little jar. It lasts for a long, long time. It's super simple to use. And like I said, it's one of those convenient items. You have to have it on hand when you're cooking. You just have to. So I grabbed this. I haven't tried these. These are the Cordova stuffed green olives for $1.75. But I thought it was a good price for stuffed olives. My husband loves olives. I eat them occasionally, but he loves these things. Like the cheese and crackers, you got to have some olives on the side of that plate. So the bag is empty. Yeah, so that was it. That was my haul and my groceries that I picked up from Dollarama and my little Dollar Tree haul that I showed you in the beginning. And that's everything I got for this week. So I do hope you enjoyed this week's haul. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know, do you like a nice big mug? I love a big mug. So yeah, a lot of people don't. They just want a little cup of coffee or a little drink. Like, I'll throw ice water in this. I won't just use it for coffee. This is really cute. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love if you would do that before you leave so you can come back and see what I'm up to next. I'll see everybody in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.